Good morning. Today I want to talk to you about the difference between an incoming versus an outgoing personality. An incoming personality, the way I'm defining it, is a person typically who's been hurt, they've been overburdened, maybe they're just dealing with a whole lot of stress in their life, whether that's from their marriage or from raising their children, or work-related issues. It could be they're facing a lot of adversity, unique challenges, seem to be spiritual in nature. They could be been people who've been betrayed, people who feel like their trust has been violated. It can be in a number of things, but those things will tend to make us close in on ourselves. And so that's what I mean by an incoming personality. It's a personality that has become very inwardly oriented, oriented toward the self. This happened to me in college, okay? I had my girlfriend of a good number of years break up with me, and I thought we were going to get married, so it kind of put me in a spiral of feeling betrayed, of feeling unloved, of feeling abandoned. And then later that same year, my parents went through a divorce, and that was its own abandonment and hurt and pain. And those two things together, coupled with the challenges of being in school, really led me to have a very incoming personality. And I didn't know that at the time, and of course I didn't explain it like that, but I went to see a professor who, when I told him my sad tale of woe, he really could see how that my every thought and my every action was just reinforcing this downward vortex in my life of collapsing, really into my own self and the challenges I was facing and not being able to pull myself out of this nosedive. Well, he asked me the question, when was the last time you looked at the leaves in the tree? And I thought this was the most colossally stupid question someone could ask. And I said, yesterday. And then we just kind of moved on. Well, long story short, after this little therapy session with my professor, I stepped outside the academic building where his office was located, looked up into the trees, and realized there wasn't a leaf on the tree. It was the dead of winter, and I hadn't noticed that. And yet I'd confidently asserted that I had seen the leaves just the day before. So he was right. Everything about my life was really oriented toward myself, toward how miserable I was, how much I deserved to be in this place of misery and depression and all of that. And he said I needed an outgoing personality. I needed a personality not oriented toward myself, but oriented toward others. The thing is it's been said, a person all wrapped up in themselves is a pretty small package. And it's true. We diminish ourselves the more we just kind of stay in our cocoon of sadness. And so what the Bible would encourage us to do is to develop this outgoing personality, this personality that looks to others, that cares for others, that gives to others, that prays for others, that shares our joy, what little joy we may have, but we share it with others. But we do things for others for two reasons. Number one, because people tend to be very reciprocal creatures. If you don't ever express concern or care for others, you're probably not going to get much back. But when you are more concerned with the happiness of others and helping others and encouraging them, you'll find that those blessings come back to you. But it's also the promise of God. God says when we give, we receive. That when we give, we'll be given a good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and still running over. And that's what I've discovered, is if I really want to have more love in my life, more concern in my life, more care in my life, more joy in my life, I have to be concerned first and foremost with giving that to others. And then I get it back in abundance. God bless you. I'll see you again real soon.